Good morning. We'll start session 5 in chapter comparing quantities. We'll continue with the numericals, that is on compound and simple interest with the exercise what we started yesterday. Third one, Fevina borrows 12,500 at 12% per annum for 3 years at simple interest, and Radha borrows the same amount for the same period but at 10% for per annum compounded annually. That means a compound interest. Who pays more interest and by how much? So for Fevina first we will calculate. So principal is rupees 12,500. Rate of interest is 12% and time is 3 years. Okay. So simple interest is given by PTR by 100. So 12,500 into 3 into 12 by 100. 2 zeros, 2 zeros. So multiply this, you will get simple interest is equal to rupees 4,500. Okay. Next, we need to check this for whom now? Radha. Radha borrows the same amount, that is principal is how much? 12,500 and time period, rate of interest is different, it is 10% per annum compounded annually. Time is again given as 3 years, right? I just mentioned here compounded. I had told you, right? This word is very important in the sum, whether it is annually or half yearly. Compounded annually. So we have to find the formula. Amount principal of 1 plus r by 100 raised to n. Principal is 12,500 plus 1 plus 10 by 100 raised to 3. 0 and 0 will get cancelled. I'll do it here. So this is 12,500 of 10 plus 1. Directly shall I write? 11 by 10 into 11 by 10 into 11 by 10. After taking LCM, children, 1 by 10 will remain. 10 plus 1, 11. So 2 zeros and 2 zeros will get cancelled. So when you multiply that together, you will get amount as, and divided by 10 will be there. With one decimal point what you shift, you will get the amount as 4,137.50. So compound interest is equal to amount minus principal. Sorry, I gave you this amount actually. 16,637.50 is the answer. Once you multiply this, compound interest is equal to amount minus principal. I can't get the amount less than the principal. I have to get more than that. So amount is how much? 16,637.50 minus principal 12,500. Compound interest, I'll just put this in a box. Compound interest is equal to 4,137.50. You tell me now, who is paying more interest? Fevina is paying or Radha is paying? And by how much also we have to write. So you can give the conclusion here. Therefore, SI minus CI. Just see for by how much amount are they paying more. 4,500 minus 4,137.50, that is equal to 362.50 rupees. You can give Fevina pays rupees 362.50 of interest more. That's all is the answer. Just do it one below the other. Next one. Next one is again similar. I will explain and I will mark it for homework. One or two sums I will be giving it for homework in today's session. The similar type of sums. But directly I will not give it. I will explain and then will give it for a homework. Fourth one, see here, I will just write the details, then I will mark it for homework. I borrowed rupees 12,000, that is, principal is rupees 12,000 from Jamshed at rate of interest is 6% per annum for simple interest of 2 years. For simple interest of 2 years. Okay. Had I borrowed this is one part of sum. Had I borrowed this sum only, if I had borrowed this sum only, I am writing again 12,000 at 6% per annum, rate of interest is 6% per annum, compounded annually. Per annum is nothing but now again compounded annually. What extra amount I would have had to pay with the time limit, same thing, 2 years. What is this question about? I need to find for the same amount with the same time and same rate of interest, simple interest and compound interest. See who is paying more. For 2 years, had I borrowed this sum at 6% per annum compound interest, what extra amount I have to pay? Check like previous sum only, but there what happened? The rate of interest was different. Here the rate of interest also is same. Do it. I have already written it on the board here. What you have to do? Calculate the interest at the end. See who is paying more interest. Whether the one who had borrowed, if he goes with calculation of simple interest, pays more, or one who has done with compound, the same person who will do in the form of a compound interest will pay more. You have to check. So please mark this sum for homework. Fourth one. Okay. Fifth one, we'll do it now. Vasudevan invested rupees 60,000. So that is nothing but principal. At an interest rate of 12% per annum, compounded half yearly. Compounded half yearly. What amount he would get? So first part, what amount he would get after 6 months? What amount he would get after 1 year? Now there are two ways of doing this sum, children. I will follow one method only, compounded half yearly formula I am going to use. Okay, whether that is 6 months, 4 months, 1 year, 1.5 year, anything. Sometimes what they do, 6 months is considered as half year also. With that respect, rate of interest also they reduce it to half and they take rate of interest as 6 and do it. That way also it can be done. But what simply I will follow one rule here, compounded half yearly, strictly I will follow the formula. One thing what we do in one sum, let us follow the same in all the sums so that there will be no confusions further. Otherwise you can also do it in this way. First of all, time should always be in years, we know that. 6 months we will consider as 1 year is equal to 12 months. So 6 months is equal to how many years? So 6 divided by 12. We know that. Still, I am just showing you half year. Okay. Compounded half yearly formula I have to use here. So for the first part here, amount is equal to principal of 1 plus r by 200 raised to 2n. Okay. Principal is 60,000 raised to 1 plus r is how much? 12 by 200 whole raised to 2 into 1 by 2. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. 60,000 is equal to, so 212, what we can do here is 4 3s are 12, 4 5s are 20, 0. So this is 50 plus 3 divided by 50 raised to 1. 2 and 2 will get cancelled here. 60,000 into 53 by 50. 0, 0. 5 1s are 5 12s are 60, followed by 2 more zeros. So this, when you multiply, I'll write here only. Amount is equal to what you get here as, we get 63,600 rupees. Similarly, we'll do that now. Compounded half yearly for time 1 year. Amount is equal to principal 1 plus r by 200 raised to 2n. So this is 60,000 of 1 plus 12 by 200 raised to 2 into 1. So 60,000, same thing. What you get here, you're going to get the same thing now. That will be 53 upon 50, 53 upon 50 raised to 2. 2 zeros will get cancelled. 5 1s are, 5 12s are 60, 0. 5 1s are, 5 2s are 10, 5 4s are 24 into 53 into 53. You will get the amount as 67,460. That's all. They have only asked how much amount they'll get after 6 months and 1 year. Direct question what we have to keep it here. Next one, 6th one. It's a homework, children. I'm marking it and I'll explain it and then I'll mark, like how 4th one I had done. Arifa took a loan of 80,000 from a bank. So, 6th one, sorry. So, principal is rupees 80,000. If the rate of interest is 10% per annum, okay, and find the difference in amount he would be paying after 1.5 years, n is equal to 1.5 years, if he would be paying it compounded annually and B part compounded half year. Okay, now see what we will do for this. For compounded annually, now n is equal to 1.5 years, right? So we will bifurcate this as 1 year and half year for compounded annually. For 1 year you will use compound interest and for half year you will use simple interest. Right? This is what we had done in the beginning. And find what here? Amount. Final amount only they want to know. You know how to do this type of a sum. We have been doing this in the beginning. Come to this sum. Compounded half yearly. N is equal to 1.5, which is written as 2 1s are 2, 3 by 2 years. What formula will you apply here? You know, for annually. What formula will you apply here also? You know, for compounded half yearly. I think the things are very clear how I have written. Now see children, again I am repeating, the methods are different, what they do in your school or book. I wanted to stick to one thing and follow. I have been sticking to this method in the beginning and for half yearly this method. So for the whole chapter or for the whole session or this exercise of compound interest and simple interest, I will follow one rule only. Okay. So I hope it is very clear. Since it is 1.5 year, what we do is for the whole year, I mean one whole number, we use compound interest. For 4 months, half months, 6 months, half year, 1.5 means what? 1 year, 6 months only. So for that, we are supposed to use compound interest. Even if this was 6 months, for simple interest, months should be calculated in terms of years only, no? That would be half year only. Very clearly I have mentioned here how to do and how to go about this, you know. First, previous session, the first main, where about these type of sums. Half yearly, for the same thing you have to calculate the amount. Even here I want the amount only. So directly 3 by 2 years, because it is half yearly formula. I hope it is very clear. So I have marked 6th one also for homework. 7th one. Maria invested 8,000 in a business. So principal is rupees 8,000. She would be paid interest of 5% per annum, compounded annually. Compounded annually. Find the amount credited against her name at the end of second year. That is n is equal to 2 year. B part. Interest for the third year. Separately we have to calculate this for 1 year. I'll explain this, how that 1 year will come. First we'll finish this. For the end of 2 years, that means for 2 years I have to calculate the, what we have to calculate? Interest for 2 years first. Let's immediately start with this part. I'll solve it in here only. Principal anyhow we know. Amount is equal to principal 1 plus r by 100 raised to 2. Don't take for 3 because at the end of 2 years what we have to do this. 8,000 1 plus 5 by 100 raised to 2. 5 ones are 5 twos are 10. So 8,000 20 plus 1 divided by 20 whole raised to 2. 8,000 into 21 by 20. 21 by 20. 2 zeros, 2 zeros. 2 ones are 2 fours are 8, 0. 2 ones are 2 twos are 4, 0. 21 into 21 into 20. When you do that, you get the amount as 8,820 rupees at the end of second year. Okay. So now this is the amount for the third year calculation. Now what they have asked? Amount credited against her name at the end of second year. Give the conclusion here only. Therefore, the amount credited against her name at the end of second year is 8,820. Done. First part is over. Second, the interest for the third year. Now interest for the third year, what is the principal amount? Principal amount is not 8,000. Principal amount is this, because this amount that is compounded means what? Interest calculated on the increased principal. This is your principal. 8,820 is the principal, where time is 1 year. Third year it will start. So I can't take 3 years. 2 years are already finished. End of third year means 1 more year I have to calculate. And rate of interest remains the same. No change in the rate of interest. So amount is equal to principal 1 plus r by 100 raised to n. 8,820 of 1 plus 5 by 100 raised to 1. 8,820 into 21 by 20. Directly I wrote it here. 0 and 0. 2 ones are 2 fours are 8. 2 fours are 8. 2 ones are. So 441 into 21. You will get amount as rupees 9,261. Okay. Now calculate the compound interest. So compound interest is amount minus principal. Now what is the amount? Amount is of course 9,261. what is the principal amount at the end of third year, what we are asking, right? That is this, not the overall interest. We only want interest for the third year. They have specifically mentioned, calculate the compound interest if they had given children, it would be 8,000 minus. But here they have given interest for third year specifically. So third year's principal is how much? 8,820. So compound interest is 441. Therefore, interest at the end of third year is rupees 441. So I will end with today's session here. There are 5 more sums which we will do it in the tomorrow session. Meanwhile, I want you all to practice these sums once again with 2 homework sums what I have given, also with the worked examples.